I hope everybody is feeling good. Spotify, Pandora, Apple. As always, if you would like to watch the visual, go to the YouTube, THA, Real JANELL. Shout out to everybody that's already tuned in. I see you guys. Today is Mental Health Talk, and it is a very important topic that I love to talk about on the couch. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get everything started.
For the Couch Chronicles, where there ain't no fucking limits.
Every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 Central Time. You don't never want to miss a couch. And now we live every Wednesday at 9:30 a.m. Central Time. So that's the couch every day of the week. Yeah, tune in. You don't want to miss this shit. It's the Couch Chronicles, where they know what? I know you said it.
Choice, but be okay with that. I'm getting back to the old me. You didn't really love me. I'll be okay if you I got chills like it's not me singing. I'll be okay if you walk away. I'll be okay if you gotta leave. I'll be okay if I'm by myself. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Yeah, I'll be okay. I hope this song can resonate with somebody that's watching. Be myself and I am alright. I get high. Yeah, I turn my music up and free my mind. Yeah, man, I'm okay. Yeah, I took some losses, but I'ma make it. I just got a bottle of Hennessy. I'm parked at the embassy. Fucked up drunk texting. I guess I was tripping. I still can't believe you changed up on me, but I'm okay with that. That's how it's gotta be. Yeah, I'll be okay if you switch on me. I'll be okay, right? Walk away. I'll be okay if you gotta leave. I'll be okay if I'm by myself. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Y'all gonna be okay. You gonna be okay. I'll be okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Sometimes we have to tell ourselves that, like literally. Even whenever it feels like nothing is gonna be okay, we gotta look at ourselves in the mirror like, yo, Nelly, it's gonna be okay. Look at yourself and tell yourself that it's gonna be okay. Even if the people around you isn't encouraging you. Even if the people that you feel like should be the ones encouraging you, never say anything. Sometimes you have to say it for yourself. You have to say it to yourself. We can't always depend on somebody to be there for us. We all know life be lifing, which I'm not saying it's an excuse, but life be lifing to the point where sometimes we forget about our friends, we forget about our art, sometimes we even forget about ourselves. We're so busy working, trying to make the next dollar to survive. When you're making the next dollar to survive, you don't really think about is my friends okay? Should I do a mental health check on them? No, you thinking, oh, damn, this bill is about to be due tomorrow and I don't even have all the funds. I can't even call none of my friends because I know they ain't going to give me no money, so let me just do what I got to do. And then we forget to call our friends. We going to be okay. It's tough. I'm not saying it's easy. Because there's some days that I wake up and I'm like, okay, this pain is unbearable. Do I have to do today? Yes, I have to do today, and I have to do tomorrow, and I have to do the next day. And yes, you do too. I'm not saying it because I'm saying it because I need you and you need you. So do this for you. Put everybody else second. Do this for you. You are more than anything you can ever imagine. You are so powerful, so amazing, so beautiful, so smart, so handsome. Let the world see it. And sometimes people that you think need to see it, they don't see it. They don't see your worth. Literally, people will go on forever, months and months and months, years and years and years before they realize your worth. But I don't want you to take that long to realize your worth. Ever. Don't do it. Some of us go all of our lives. Look at this little booty. I'm sorry. Some of us go all of our lives without knowing ourselves. So get to know yourself. If you like, well, I don't know who I am, get to know the new you. Get to know the new you. I know I don't usually eat on a podcast, but I haven't been able to get nothing down. My stomach has been real sick all day today. I think it started last night. But it's because my medication, I know it, but my wife brought me some fruit, and I'm going to tell you one thing, it's slapping. Today is mental health talk, and then the next mental health talk is May the 26th. So if you would like to be a guest and speak on a mental health issue that you're experiencing, or tell your story that might help somebody else, please let me know. Tomorrow is actually Swept Under, and I have a young lady that is wanting to meet up with me because of what's going on in the jail systems right now. And I know it's not prison jail Felon Talk, but if I can meet up with her tomorrow and get a little bit of her story to help get it out, or Wednesday, we might do it Wednesday. I might be live twice Wednesday, because tomorrow I do have a guest for Swept Under. And if you guys don't know what Swept Under is about, it's pretty much about the families that we've experienced growing up that have been sweeping things under the rug, like child molestation, you know, fathers fucking daughters and brothers making sisters suck their dicks and shit like that. Yeah, the stuff that black families don't like to talk about because of having this dark cloud over them. But it has to be talked about, because otherwise, if we don't, then these child molesters, pedos, all these motherfuckers are going to keep getting away with it for years and years, generations and generations and generations. And then one day, it's not going to be you. It's not going to be your kids. It's going to be your kids' kids, or your kids' kids' kids, because nobody stopped it in the beginning of the generation. The only way to stop a generational curse is if you stop the generational curse. You literally have to do things to stop it. Like, if I know for a fact that there's people in my family that's touching children, I'm going to speak on it. I'm going to expose them. Speak on it, expose them. I'm breaking my generational curse. It stops with me. Matter of fact, ain't no more seeds coming up out of this. The generation stops with me. I'm the youngest. So my sister had kids. My brother had kids. I didn't. So now, what I've experienced with my side of the family, I'm going to give more details about tomorrow. But I will have a young lady that's going to speak about, the same thing that's going on in her family, or had been going on in her family that, was swept under the rug. It's a tough subject, but it has to be talked about. And I know it's scary. I know to some people it's embarrassing. But how do you think the victim feels? How do you think we feel? Living our whole life knowing that we have to keep the secret of being molested or touched or done wrong. Some of us, we came out okay on the outside, but mentally we're fucked. Mentally we're like, ah, you know what I'm saying? Screaming, throwing a tantrum in the inside like a fucking kid. Sometimes it comes out, but a lot of times we keep it in, and then it comes out at the wrong times or to the wrong people. Let's stop doing that. That's a way to break a generational curses. Let's stop doing that. Let's start acknowledging our feelings. Let's start acknowledging the things that's happening in the world and what's happening in our families. Don't sweep it under just because, oh no, I don't want nobody to look at me different. Fuck all that. You got to think about the people in your family that could possibly be victims next. You got to think about the people that's around, the women, the children that's around that could be next. You can't really, at this moment, I'm not saying don't think about you, but whenever you get strong enough to put that to the side to help save somebody, to help save someone in your generation, to help save someone in your family, someone around your neighborhood, because how you know that they're not, picking up homeless kids or strays or, runaways, or you can be the reason that stops by speaking out. By speaking out. So tomorrow, I will say trigger warning. Tomorrow, some people is not going to be able to handle the podcast. There's going to be some things that's going to be said that is going to blow y'all minds, but it's real shit. We can't make this shit up. We can't at all. Dead ass. Hey, Riri. Now, mental health isn't just about depression or anxiety. It's actually more than that. They actually label ADHD as a mental health issue, as well as autism. And this month is Autism Awareness Month. We're finishing up with the rest of this month. But borderline disorder, borderline personality disorder, bipolar disorder, depression, disruptive mood disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder. They even label like bulimia and eating disorders as a mental health issue. Anxiety makes it so hard for you guys to focus. It makes it hard for me to focus. A lot of us. And I don't know if you guys know, but the two number one, mental health issues are anxiety and depression. If we knew back then exactly what anxiety was and exactly how to deal with it, I think that once we grew up, it wouldn't be as tough as it is now. Because I remember back in the day when I was younger, when I used to talk about counseling, because I had a counselor growing up. Excuse me. But when I used to talk about counseling, people used to look at me funny. People used to talk about me like, oh, she's crazy. She has to have a counselor. And it's like, so it makes people shy away from getting a counselor. And then a lot of times people don't want to have a counselor because, especially if they're different colors, then they feel like they wouldn't understand. Or if I speak to you about what's being swept under the rug, you're going to look at me differently. If I tell you about the reason why I'm having anxiety, you're probably going to be like, girl, you don't need to be having anxiety about that. But that's not what I'm needing. I don't need you to tell me, girl, you don't need to have it like that. Or girl, you don't need to feel like that. I need you to listen. Yeah. and help me process what I'm feeling. Sometimes when we feeling something or when we going through something, a lot of times when you talking to somebody that don't really understand, or that you think is listening, or being a listening ear that you need, but then they start saying things that have to do with just them, and then they make it all about them. And it's almost like, okay, are we talking about me right now, or are we talking about you? I'm over here to vent. Like, you said most people won't listen until you break, and that's exactly right. No, you was right. You was right the first time with the break. People don't listen until you have a mental breakdown. And I've never had kids, but I've seen what a breakdown looks like because I've experienced it myself. And I've seen a pregnant person that had a breakdown. And I didn't understand it at first when I was younger. But when I got older, I realized that's postpartum. Postpartum is a real fucking thing, and it doesn't happen. It doesn't just go away, and it doesn't just happen overnight either. To not have somebody that has your back, or to listen to your deepest, darkest secrets, or the things that eat you up at night, or the dreams that consume you, to not be able to speak to, like if you're in a relationship, to your partner, that's almost crippling. Because it's like, who can I talk to? Who can I talk to when the world is busy for me? Who can I talk to when I can't afford a counselor? Who can I talk to when my spouse doesn't understand? Or do you have those people in your life that you can actually call, that will give you good advice and not be like, yeah, bitch, let's go run down on this motherfucker, or, oh, they hurt your feelings, let's kill them or cut them off? Or it's not always about cutting people off. Because it comes some time in your life that you got to start growing past just cutting people off. You have to actually start trying to understand the people around you that you call your friends. You have to start understanding that not everyone grew up knowing how to deal with depression, anxiety, and all of that, and any type of mental health issue. There's some people that are literally just now learning how to balance their lives. So what makes you think that? Now, we're a different generation than our parents. So we should start promoting now. If we haven't already been doing it, you can even start now promoting learning about different mental health illnesses and teaching your kids different type of emotions that come and go while they grow up. You said, I got through this daily. Talking to myself through breakdowns has become normal. Right. I understand that we are not all the same, but some people need to be cut off. That means me learning balance that I had to find. Yes. No, that is completely true. And what I mean by growing is like not cutting everybody off. I mean, like, this is what I mean. Let me break that down. Let me just break that down a little bit. I was back in the day, I was the type of person, and I'm a Taurus. Shout out to all the Tauruses out there. If you did one wrong thing, I'll be like, oh no, I'm not gonna deal with that. And it could be something stupid, like she asked me to eat some of my food. Like something dumb. It used to be something dumb. And I used to be like, okay, well, I can't just keep cutting people off just because something stupid like that. Like, I gotta really understand, like, what they going through. Now, trust me when I say growth is also cutting off people that need to be cut off. Let me just put that out there, too. Yeah. Yes. Just don't isolate yourself from people when you know you need to get things out, is what I mean. Like, I know I said that wrong because sometimes I think I'm saying everything because I hear it in my head. And then when I read y'all comments, I'm like, oh, okay, it came out the wrong way. No. I'm not saying that you're not grown because you can't cut. No, that's not what I mean. So I apologize, you guys. I want you to know that your feelings are very valid. If anybody makes you feel like your feelings are not valid, they gotta go. Goodbye. Because you can't keep, just like if somebody believes something about you, no matter what you say, they're gonna believe it about you, right? Okay. Well, if they literally can't understand your feelings or learn you after being around you for years and years and years or however long, goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, okay. Thank you. So, teach our kids early about the emotions. Teach them early, teach them early, teach them early. I don't know how important that is. Like, for me, it's very important. If I meet any type of kid or if any kid asks me anything, like when I've been doing, makeup and stuff, and we talk, and I'm like, how you deal with your anxiety, how you deal with depression, how you deal with, when you need to talk to somebody. And I'm asking these type of questions to the kids, the younger kids, because I want to know. I want to know that while I'm here on this earth, that if I could plant a seed in the younger generation to pay attention to their feelings and learn them instead of growing up suppressing them, then I need to plant that seed. And we should too. And you should too. Oh, wow. You said I needed to hear this today. We should too, because the only way, just like we always say, I've always heard my whole life that men don't understand women. Well, especially if a man that didn't grow up with a mom around them, of course they wouldn't understand, because they're not learning. They don't have that woman teaching them. Now, let's take it a bit further and say this. What if they didn't have a family that actually gave a fuck about mental health issues or depression or them acting out, and they just let them do it their whole life? So they kid is getting suspended, and the only thing they do is just pick them up, drop them off at the house, and then go back to work. They're not really disciplining their kids or giving a fuck about their kid getting suspended and all of this. So now they grew up. This young boy grew up getting suspended, getting away with all of this. So now he gets a girlfriend at 18. And all them fights that he was having in school and all them anxiety and all the things that he put back, he didn't know how to deal with it. So when he got with this girlfriend and she made him mad, he beat the fuck out of her. Now he is facing domestic charges and looking like, damn, what the fuck? Now he's got to go to classes and learn, how to be a man from a teacher, from someone that's not even of the same blood now, from someone that might not even be of the same color anymore. And it's not his fault. I'm not blaming him. So how can we blame everybody? We need to go a step further and look at how somebody grew up. If we really give a fuck about somebody that's in our life, I really give a fuck to know, like, the details of your life. I really give a fuck to know, like, what shaped you to be who you are? Who taught you how to handle your emotions that well? Like, I want to know, because, like, I commend that if you can handle your emotions very well. Like, my wife is amazing when it comes to that. Like, I've learned from her. So when you get around people and you notice that about them, try to ask them questions like, hey, hey, love you. Like, hey, like, what did you do to get to this point? How did you get here? Like, I be wanting to know, because I'm not perfect when it comes to handling my emotions at all. But I've gotten so much better over the years, and it was from being around people that knew these things before me, and then they taught me. So if we know these things before our younger generation, how come we can't teach them right now? You don't have to be their parent to plant a seed. You do not. He said, because I want to understand you. That's a true love language, both romantic and platonic. Yes, it is. And as far as I'm concerned, we should each want to understand each other. That way we don't offend each other or make somebody upset without even knowing. Because have you ever said something and you upset somebody and you didn't find out till months, weeks, something later? They didn't even tell you. And sometimes these same people would still be around you, and then you find out later on in the 33rd that you did something to offend them, and you was like, oh shit, well, how come you didn't tell me back then? And they're like, oh, well, you know, they give you some type of excuse. Well, listen, let's not do that. If I do something to offend you, stop me right then and there. I want to nip it in the butt. I want to know so I don't offend somebody else by saying the same thing, thinking that I'm innocently saying it. Like, no, please stop me right now. I do not want to be offensive. I don't want to be offensive, and I don't want to say something and you think that I'm saying it in an offensive way, and I'm really not. You just took it that way. And sometimes we just take things a certain way, and sometimes people don't even mean it like that. But if we don't ask, then how will we know? We wouldn't. We'll just be suppressing these feelings, and then sometimes it'll even come out passive aggressively towards them. And it's like, oh shit, I can't be like that. Like, learn your emotions. Learn what you're going through and speak up on it. That's healthy. That, I don't know if you guys realize this, but that promotes healthy relationships. And we all know whenever you put out good energy, you get good energy. So when you put out good vibes, you getting good vibes. Learn somebody, they gonna want to learn you. It's not just about, oh no, I'm gonna save that for somebody that I'm dating. Are you serious? You just want to get to know somebody that you're dating, but you don't want to get to know the people around you. What if, I'm just saying what if, and I know this is random as fuck, but what if you was selling drugs and you didn't really give a fuck about the people around you, and this one person that you kept around you was actually a Fed? They did everything they could to gain your trust, or as much as they needed to give you, because you didn't really need much, because you said you didn't want to get to know them. You saving that for a relationship. Now you being set up. They got this wire on. They've been around you this whole time, setting your ass up. But because you never asked them questions about their life, who they are, what they did growing up, you know, how they, you know, how are you so calm? How you always so quiet all the time? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you a little too quiet. What you too quiet for? Yep, you said I literally been there. You got to know who's around you, what their intentions are. Because there are people that are put in your life to cause havoc. Not everybody gives a fuck when they see you cry. Not everybody's going to give you a tissue to wipe up your tears. Some of them are laughing behind your back. Some of them think you a crybaby. Some of them even telling you to your face that you a crybaby. That you need to just grow up, handle it, put your big girl panties on, put your big boy boxers on. They'll tell you this type of stuff. And then in your head, you like, you know what? Maybe they're right. And then you suppress it. So now that feeling that you've been feeling, you like, you know what? I'm putting that right on back. Weeks go by. You talk to the same friend, they like, girl, girl, get that out your head. You need to do this, that. They telling you do this, that, but they not telling you to handle those emotions right then and there. That ain't right. That ain't right. How are you my real friend? Or how are you around me and you're not trying to tell me or teach me to handle and deal with this emotion, because it can get worse. It can get worse. Depression can get worse. Depression can turn into suicide. It can even turn into homicide. Depression can make you act out. It can make it whoever's around you, when you're depressed and when you feeling down and you're around other people, if you aren't taking on their energy, then they are taking on your energy. And if it ain't too good, and then they leave you, they wondering why they so depressed now. You said I'm crying regardless and standing taller than the motherfuckers telling me not to cry. And I'm tired of suppressing stuff. I'm coming back to the couch soon. I belong. You belong there, period. No, really. Don't suppress your emotions, because suppressing your emotions can literally eat you inside. Everything that you're... Depression. Okay, now it's taking a plate. Anxiety. Taking another plate. Every emotion is just eating at you. Slowly but surely. And once you're being eat from the inside out, then what do you start doing? Breaking down. You start breaking down. And then one day you'll be at a store and you're buying something, or you reading something over ingredients, and then all of a sudden you just think about something, then all of a sudden you crying in the middle of Walmart, reading some ingredients to the back of the milk or something. That's because you suppressed it for so long that it just exploded at a random time. And it can explode at random times. It can come out at random times and hurt people that's in your life right now. It can hurt your kids. It can hurt your relationships. It can hurt your job. Being depressed, angry, having anxiety. Do you want to be at work? Do you want to be around people? No. You just want to be isolated and put yourself in a little box by yourself, like, fuck every fucking body right now. Like, nobody fucking gets me. And the only reason why some people don't get you is because you don't allow them to get you. But it's just how you feel. Then you find yourself pulling your hair out, not eating, losing weight, losing friends, losing family, losing money, losing time, losing your mind. It's a real fucking thing. It really happens to some of the best of us. And it's nothing wrong with admitting that you're not okay. It is absolutely nothing wrong with admitting that you need help sometimes. It's nothing wrong. You said it happened to you. You said it's not funny, but knowing that it happened to me is crazy. But people be like, she's always angry. This is the thing, is if you're angry, then you have a fucking right to be angry. Let's just put that out there. Be angry, but sin not, is what the Bible says, right? If y'all want to put it like that. I'm not saying be angry and go fuck some shit up, but be angry and let your anger out. Sometimes I be wanting to scream. Oh, sorry. I'm all in the microphone. But I do be wanting, sometimes I just be wanting to just, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, but why do I feel like this? Because sometimes I just fucking do. Sometimes I just fucking do. And sometimes we just have to get it out. If you want to scream and you got all of this pent up shit that's just so fucking suppressed, like, why keep it in? Let it out. And teach your kids, hey, you can let your anger out in a positive way. That might be drawing or throwing something. If you have to throw something, go outside. Don't throw no punches at your spouse. Throw some balls. Throw go into one of those, find, you know how we look for different remedies for like sicknesses and shit? Okay, well, you know, if I know I want to throw something, then I'm going to find like a break room. What do they call it? Like a glass house or something. Not a glass house. They call it something where you smash stuff and you let your anger out. That's a real fucking thing. Like, look into these type of things. Like, I'm in so much severe pain all the time. I'm now at this point in my life where I'm like, I don't even want to let this shit just keep on keeping me down. I am looking for solutions to help my issues. My foot, they want me to have 2-foot boots on. Fuck that. We about to fix these bitches. What we need to do? Okay, I had the back surgery. Still got permanent damage. Okay, now I'm doing nerve renewal. I'm doing things to help the situation, to nip that in the butt. If you are so angry and suppressed, keeping that in, thank you. Look for that rage room. Look for that rage room. You said you get yours out through music. Exactly. And you said, I can say that I'm not okay, but I know that I will be. Exactly. Exactly. And for those that have kids, teach them. If you notice that your kid is so angry, it's a reason why they're angry. And it might be just because they need some of your time. Or you're not giving them the time that they feel like they need or that they want. Seriously. I know this because I was that kid. And I actually was calling out for help because I was being abused at the house. And it made me think that it was always just physical, like with being beat up, like being punched. But once I got older and I started realizing the things that I suppressed in my mind, I realized that I suppressed so much that I didn't even realize that I was, put in a situation that a child shouldn't have been put in. Multiple times that I was touched by someone that I looked up to. So suppressing isn't just about holding on to anger. It's about you hide things from yourself. And when you get my age and then you start having flashbacks, it's a scary fucking thing. Because now you're literally fighting in your mind to figure out what is reality and what isn't. Because if it was reality, then how come I don't remember it very vividly? How come it had to come back like this? Because that really happens. It really fucking happens. And I know because I'm speaking from experience. And that's why I say, mental health is a huge issue for me because I seen it growing up. I experienced it growing up and I see it now. Even, seeing the younger generation, even the ones that I follow, like I follow my niece, my nieces and my nephews. I love my babies. And just sometimes I don't even realize that some of their friends, they follow me or I follow them. But to see the younger generation and to notice the cries out for help that I knew that I did when I was younger. And, if you don't know this person, you like, oh, well, I can't really say nothing. Well, it shouldn't be like that. No, if I see that a young girl or boy is crying out for help, why don't I step in? Why don't I speak up as an adult that has been through that? Even if they don't listen. Sometimes when you plant a seed, it sticks. Like, there was times when my wife would tell me stuff and I'd be giving her attitude. And then I would do what she said. I love you, Kesia. It's because it's real. We really... I love you. I love you. We really suppress things and then we don't realize it until it's too late. And I don't want, the generation that we can plant seeds into while we're here, for us not to do it. When it really takes nothing but to do it. That's all we have to do is just do it. You don't have to be ashamed to speak on your experiences. It's scary. I know because I'm doing it right now. And, I do it every day on the couch. before I had the couch, it was hard for me to explain things to people. It was hard for me to just like tell a story, and it was hard. The couch has helped me to be able to express myself in a better way and in a mature way, and to help understand me at the same time. I don't just couch for you guys, I couch for me too. And I'm able to come back and rewatch and re-listen to my episodes. I know y'all probably think that's corny, but I rewatch and listen to my episodes as well. Because sometimes I don't even know who I am when I'm speaking. Like, it literally just comes out. And when I go back, I'm like, oh my God, I said that? Damn, I was talking that shit. Oh no, for real. And I'll be like, and my wife be like, baby, you really was like, I was there watching. I'm like, because, and sometimes when I get on, I'm like, I don't want to speak. I want to be able to speak to help. I don't want to just be talking and just, I don't want to just be doing it. I want to be able to actually plant seeds and to be able to see what I planted. The couch has always been the therapy that you never knew you needed. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the ones that get something from this, that it's not always about just like discussions in the streets and this and this and that. I do so much, and I talk about so much because there's so much that needs to be talked about. Discussions in the streets being one of them too. Because I don't want to be living in a neighborhood and then up the street is a child molester that didn't get outed because people were scared that they was gonna. Now fuck all that. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Whose reputation is important to me is anyone who is being disrespected and touched in the wrong way. You are who matters to me. The ones that's doing it, of course, they're hurt as well, but they need help. And if you know that somebody in your family is touching somebody and you aren't speaking out or getting them the help that they need, if you like, you know what, I'm not going to tell on you, I'm just going to go get you some help. If that don't work, because you can't truly get somebody the help they need if you're not exposing them. I'm just keeping it real. You can't say, hey, I'm bringing them into rehab for... I'm going to tell you one thing. When I was younger and I was in DHS custody, and this is a real fucking thing, when they put me in a mental hospital every day, and they put me in there for masturbation. And back then when I was younger, I didn't realize the seriousness of that addiction until I got older, because it actually stuck with me. So every day I used to have to wake up in this mental hospital, and it was co-ed, and say, hey, my name is Janella, I'm in here for masturbation. And I would go, hi, Janelle. And then I'll sit down. People will laugh. They will laugh. They would think it's funny. They like, she don't need to be in here. But why was I doing that at that age? Because I didn't realize that I was being touched sexually by adult fucking men that was either part of my family or their friends. And everybody handles being sexually abused in a different way. Me, I got promiscuous. I fell in love with myself, with pleasuring myself after that. And that wasn't healthy either. That was not healthy. Can you imagine being 11 years old and addicted to masturbating? 10, 9, 8? That's disgusting. I needed help. And instead of getting the help that I need, I was suppressing things and being angry at school and getting in trouble, and I didn't understand what was happening, but nobody else helped me understand. You said you got to plant a lot of seeds for the people like me that keep a lot of their... Yes. Thank you for you. Alicia, thank you for you. if I would have knew back then how to deal with what I was going through, or the reason why I was doing the things I was doing, or dating older men and all of that. I kept getting accused of having sex, and at the time when I was getting accused, I literally wasn't having sex, but I literally had already put back in the back of my mind of the sexual assault that I have experienced. So my father accusing me of being sexually active and searching my room and shaking me down, and that was his own sickness that he was dealing with. And with him dealing with that, he didn't know how to handle me, nor did none of my other family. When I had my counselor growing up, I didn't know how to tell her about any type of sexual assault that I've experienced, because at that time, I didn't know it. I didn't know it until I got older. I knew it when it happened when I was younger and I first spoke on it. But when I suppressed it for so long, I stopped remembering. I stopped caring and giving a fuck. And sometimes when we think that there's other people around us that don't give a fuck, then we stop giving a fuck. And we like, okay, well, if they didn't make a big deal about it, then it's not a big deal. But it is a big deal if you're being sexually assaulted, or if someone is trying to make your feelings continue to be suppressed. It's a big deal, because that can change the outcome of your life forever. And the people around you. If you don't have a good relationship with yourself and how to learn yourself and the emotions that you're going through, how can you have a good relationship with the people around you and promote good relationships and healthy relationships? If you grew up in an unhealthy environment, how can you grow up to teach anybody about a healthy environment? Or how can you date somebody that has those qualities if you don't know what type of qualities to look for, if you didn't grow up around it? You want someone that's going to listen to you. You want someone that wants to understand you, whether it's your lover or your friend or your family. So before I head out, I do want to tell you guys again, don't wait till it's too late to teach or plant a seed about mental health and about learning about mental health. We all grew up thinking that it was an abomination to talk to anyone but going into a church and then talking to God. And then when we would go through things and I remember when I was younger and I was trying to express something that happened. I was crying and I was told to go to church. But it was one of the men in the church that was doing it. I do want to give a moment of silence for the ones that didn't get to make it today. There are some that didn't make it from sexual assault. And I'm getting emotional because I don't know if you guys have been watching the news or if you guys have been keeping up with. But I've been saying this for weeks, that, it's something in the atmosphere that it's a shift. And I don't know if you guys realize it, and I'm not saying that this hasn't been happening for years, but just this year alone, from the age 5 to 14, there's been so many little girls that have been sexually assaulted by their parents, by somebody of an adult in their family. and now they're not found, or they're dead. And if that doesn't bother you guys and want you to come, get out and just speak on mental health issues and just issues that happen in the household, then I don't know what will. I don't know what will. There's too many little girls that's losing their lives right now because we're not speaking up on the chomos and the molesters in our family. There's too many of us suppressing our feelings and thinking that we need love from the next person when it wasn't about that ever. We needed the love from our parents in the right way, not in a sexual way. So I do want to give a moment of silence and just think about the names of these young girls that didn't get to make it, or these young boys that didn't get to make it. Before we head out, I want to share this song with you guys. And yes, 14 and pregnant by her aunt's boyfriend. Exactly. I'm going to share this song, and you guys can actually find this song anywhere that you could download music. The artist's name is Lance Hitch. I was featured on it, as well as Gorilla Zoe. And this one is called Not Okay. The reason why I want to play it is because you'll understand when you hear it.
Therapy helping. I've been thinking about increasing my sessions, trying to find peace in these life taught lessons. I ain't really me, goddammit, I'm stressing. I don't wanna spend this last $50 bill, everything getting tight, and I know I gotta stretch it. I'ma go to church in the morning, cause I know that I've been praying and I'm way past due for my blessings. Lord, could you please, been a couple rules for me, this world been cruel to me. When I show love, folks make a fool of me. Excuse who I choose to be. Really need a hug, but feeling like move for me. Cause all they are losing me. Who is it to trust? There for you usually, but I ain't in the mood to be. Ready on hospice, feeling like going John Q on these doctors. Trying to tell me that I've been running out of options. I can take a lot, but not this, Lord, stop it. Weak in the mind, and I know the devil watching. Thinking of suicide, but know I gotta prosper. I act okay, think that I deserve an Oscar. Ain't no way I can do it without the Father. Back to the basics. My brother died and I couldn't take it. Forgive me for my sins, Lord, I still see faces. Aiming for the attic, but I'm trapped in the base. Baptized, is it justified on your end? Or do I still got an answer to it in the end? Either way it go, I gotta take it on the chin. I've been praying for my wrongs, I'm just trying to make them man.
Baby, I'm not okay, but I hold it all together cause I will someday. I got a purpose and baby, I'm not okay. I gotta stay focused cause I know that I'm put on earth to speak truth and be somebody's blessing. That be helping. I've been thinking about increasing my sessions, trying to find peace in these life taught lessons. I ain't really me, goddammit, I'm stressed. I don't wanna spend this last $50 bill, and I know I gotta stretch it. I'ma go to church in the morning cause I know that I've been praying and I'm way past due for my blessings.
Carried away in the world of my own, in a world where I do not belong. This pain is reserved for the strong, and I try to do it all alone. Who gon' pick up when I call? Who gon' be there when I fall?
Put it all for one, and one for all. How do you find your way when nights never turn to day? Stress but blessed by the best. We alright for being okay.
I'm not okay, but I hold it all together cause I will someday. I got a purpose and this to be great. I'm not okay. I gotta stay focused cause I know that I'm put on earth to speak truth and be somebody's blessing.
Therapy helping. I've been thinking about increasing my sessions, trying to find peace in these life taught lessons. I ain't really me, goddammit, I'm
that comes back and watches this episode, that you know that you are so worth it. You are everything. I love you. I love you so much. If nobody else loves you, I do. I don't have to know you to love you. I don't have to know you to cry for you. We gotta start being able to speak positive into other people's lives without feeling like we weird or anybody thinking that. I don't give a fuck if you think I'm weird. So what? I got souls to save, and so do you. I love you guys so much. It's the Couch Chronicles, where it ain't no fucking limits. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. I love you, Alicia.